All right, Jim, you've had your chance to go ahead and visit every single team in the AFC West right now. Have your thoughts changed as to why Kansas City Chiefs would be favored?
No, I think they're the deepest team in the division. I think they've gone through adversity in the past. You know, the Tom Bahali situation is more adversity, but it's only one game. So right now I would still stand by Kansas City.
How about the quarterback? You always talk about this as a quarterback-driven league. Not you, but everyone says that. Matt Cassel, I'm not sure you can put him in that category, but can you win with Matt Cassel?
Absolutely. 2 years ago they won the division with him. You put players around him. He threw for 25 touchdowns, 7 interceptions 2 years ago. Now he comes back, and I think he's got a deeper offensive cast than he had 2 years ago. So absolutely you can win with him.
It's fair to say that he probably had a contentious relationship with Todd Haley. How about with Romeo Crennel? What is that relationship like, and what does Crennel bring to this team?
It's not so much Crennel as it is Brian Dable. He loves the new offensive coordinator. He loves the offense. He's playing well in it right now. There's no question Todd was running the offense as well when he was there, so that's why that relationship was somewhat contentious. Romeo just brings a calming presence to this team, and when you talk to defenders, when you talk to even offensive players, they like the fact that he just holds people accountable. He expects men to be men, and he doesn't beat you down. So from my standpoint, that was another reason why I say Kansas City, I believe, is the best team in the division, because you've removed that tension that you have between the head coach and the GM.
Let's talk about these San Diego Chargers and their concerns. They don't have Vincent Brown for who knows how long. Ryan Matthews is out. There's already been concern at the offensive line. What do you see? What are your concerns when you watch the Chargers and their roster?
Those things you just talked about, absolutely. I mean, if Jared Gaither can't play, you know, who are you going to count on to solidify that left tackle spot? We saw in the past what happens to Phillip when teams can put pressure in his face and get him off his spot. So to me, that's the number one issue with this defense. And then beyond that, you know, the receiving corps, to me, losing Vincent Brown is a big deal to them. Now, the good thing is that Antonio Gates is healthy and he looks great, but we still have to see what we're going to get from Robert Meacham and Eddie Royal.
Do you think that this defense has gotten better based on the changes they made in the offseason through the draft and through free agency?
Absolutely, no doubt about it. And the other thing is John Pagano wants to simplify things. Not simplify things, but he wants to remove the gray area. And his motto is, you know, when you think less, you play faster, and they want to play fast.
Last team I'll ask you about right now will be the Oakland Raiders. You had a chance to go watch the Raiders. Listen, it seems to be like a new concept there. New head coach in Dennis Allen, and you have a full year with Carson Palmer. Should the Raiders be better than what we saw last year?
I would say about the same, in my opinion, and the reason is they lack depth. You know, Reggie McKenzie inherited a team that was farther over the salary cap than any other team. He had to make tremendous cuts. He had to get rid of guys who could provide depth and who could play. You know, and then you look at the draft. Well, he didn't have draft picks. Initially, his highest draft pick was the 5th round until he got compensatory picks. So he wasn't able to supplement the roster the way he wanted. So my thing with Oakland is just depth. I don't think they have it.
Did the Raiders win the division last season, though, if they had a healthy Darren McFadden the entire season?
Yes.
Is he the difference maker this year, or is it a lot more than just McFadden?
Well, he's a difference maker, no question, and the key is, can he stay healthy? You know, he's never played 16 games. So with him in there, it takes pressure off of Carson. You know, it allows him to control the ball more, which takes pressure off of the defense. So no doubt he's an integral part of what they do.
Last thought, what are your thoughts on the Denver Broncos? I'm not sure what to expect of Peyton Manning, or if we even know enough yet about his health and where he is in his recovery.
I think Peyton's going to be fine. You know, people keep talking about him taking a hit. He'll take the hit. He'll be fine. You know, the issue with Peyton is simply developing cohesion with his wide receivers. You have to remember, this is the first time in his career since being drafted in '98 that he's got a new coordinator. He's got a new system. He's got new receivers. All of these things are adjustments he's going to have to make. And for a guy who's as obsessive as he is about precision and detail, it's going to take a minute. And their schedule right out of the gate is brutal. I believe 6 of their first 8 games are against teams who were in the playoffs last year.
Thank you very much, Jim. Look forward to catching you on the show this week, and also on SI.com. Thank you very much.